Hey guys, Matt with Adventure Cruiser here. Today I've got something special for you. I have three very popular radios. Rocky Talkie, the BaoFeng, and the Motorola T800. I want to test something. Let's say you're hiking. You fall in a creek or a river and it's below freezing. How well will each of these radios hold up? Are they the same or are there any differences between them? Well, hang tight. Let's find out. All right, so before me I have 3 cups of lukewarm water. I have 3 very common radios, the Rocky Talkie, the BaoFeng, and the Motorola. My goal is to dunk each one of these in water for an extended period of time. Let's give it 15 seconds at least. All right, now we need to pause for just a moment for a quick disclaimer. None of these manufacturers even come close to claiming that these radios will survive the tests and the tortures that I'm about to put them through. I'm testing way beyond their claims because I want to see the breaking points, and I hope you do too. All right, that's a little bit longer than 15 seconds, but we're going to make sure that they are all nice and wet. And then I'm going to put them out on a pallet. Since I can't get the top wet, there we go. Just in case you were wondering how cold it really is, this is the water, was the water that I just spilled. Still liquid in the cups. The radios are still freezing, so I'm going to give them a little bit more time. But you know what? I'm going to make it even worse, okay? We're going to really try and booger these things up. I mean, come on. Do we really want to see any of these survive after a torture test? So it's been about 20 minutes. Here's the cup of water that I put in here. That's ice on top. It's well below freezing in here. Ice. So there's ice forming on that, ice in here. You know what, there's still a little bit of moisture. I think we're gonna give it a few more minutes. So it's been almost an hour since these had been in the freezer. That's nice and frozen. I'm sure there's still some water in there. Let's try the Motorola first. It obviously still has ice all over it. And the biggest question I have is, what happens to the knob? Well, apparently my biggest question wasn't that big of a deal because the knob turns just fine. I'm wondering if this is still a little warm. Okay, so the buttons do activate, mostly, but, oh, listen to that. Can you hear that? I can barely hear the tone on that. All right, so let's leave that one for later. Stuck. Okay, so the BaoFeng. Okay, the knob is really hard to turn. Not the end of the world. Oh, check it out. Did we kill the BaoFeng? I think we did. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. Now let's try the Rocky Talkie. Still works. Okay, these buttons are kind of hard because what a bunch of water down there. Let's try to push the top. Oh, it's hard. But it works. Okay, and the channel selector works just fine. Okay. But this guy, oh man, he just went for a little dunk and now he's dead. I don't know what to say, guys. Obviously my warm hands are melting this because it's cold in here. But this is really surprising. I thought these were splash-proof. I mean, wasn't that one of the reasons why guys were telling me to get a BaoFeng instead of this? Because it was more durable? I don't know. So far, these two are the winners. They still work. All right, so I'm gonna let these dry out and warm up completely. But I just did a sound test, and it appears that the microphone on the Motorola is still working a little bit better than the Rocky Talkie. So let's see what happens when everything dries out. I'm gonna take the batteries out, let it dry completely, and see which ones recover. Yeah, I'll even give the BaoFeng another chance. All right, so it's the next day now, and I let each of these radios sit in a dry environment with the battery removed for 24 hours. I'm kind of surprised to report that, frankly, every single one seems to be working, and the BaoFeng came back from the dead. Now, the first time I turned it on, oh, that's weird. There we go. It wasn't transmitting, but now it seems to be transmitting. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I'm still going to consider that a working radio, apart from that moisture behind the screen. I'm sure that will also dry out, but I kind of feel a little bit of a letdown that I don't have a clear winner. But I'll tell you what, I got more tests in the works. I think one of those will clearly show which ones are weak and which radios will withstand even my kids' challenges. Take care. Talk to you next time.